Hello, it's Fabio with Patterns on the Fly. Today I'll show you to tie a foam ant. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next week.
Okay, when I tie a foam ant, I already put hook on my vise is a Daiichi 1280 size 12. This is a 2x long dry fly hook. You can tie these to size 10, you can go down to size 14. I'm going to use some black thread. I'm going to lay a base of thread starting right behind the eyelet of the hook, going all the way down to the where the bend of the hook starts. I want to use the entire length of the hook shank for this fly. I already cut a piece of black foam about a 2 millimeter thick. It's about the hook gap as in width perspective. I am going to add some super glue on top of the hook shank. The reason I'm doing this, I don't want the foam to slide around as I tie the fly. As I lay the foam on top of the hook shank, I'm going to leave about a 3/4 of an inch of foam sticking forward. Then I'm going to start securing the foam of the hook shank, like so. I'm going to go all the way right behind the eyelet of the hook. I'm going to keep cinching this down while the glue is going to take a hold of the foam. Already, so the first step is completed. Now I'm going to grab 4 or 5 strands of Peacock. I'm going to cut the tips so I have a uniform tying point. I'm going to secure the tips on top of the hook shank. I'm going to gently spin them so I can make a little rope. I'm going to start palmering the Peacock like so. I get about halfway down the hook shank. I'm going to go over with my thread a couple of times. I'm going to cut the excess of the Peacock. I'm going to fold the back part of the foam, and I'm going to make the back portion of the end. Few thread wraps. I'm going to lift it up and cut it down. Now I'm going to get some more Peacock. Again, 5-6 strands. I'm going to bring my thread forward, lock the Peacock down, spin it around. I'm going to start palmering it along the front part of the fly here, and I'm going to go over with my thread and lock the Peacock in place. I'm going to reach in and cut that off as well. Now I can fold the front part of the foam and make the front part of the body of the ant. And now I can reach in with my scissors and cut that foam as well. Already. So now I'm going to get about 5 or 6 strands of Krystal flash pearl. And I'm gonna lay them right on top between the front and the back segment of the ant's body here, like so. Then I'm going to get some Polypro yarn in white. I'm gonna get about 1 inch. And I'm going to also secure this in the middle, in that gap. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna get my trusty ice cream stick with my Velcro and just run it through the fibers to free up these fibers, like that. Then I'm gonna secure this clamp of Polypro yarn in that little gap between the front part and the back part of the body. Then I am going to trim this to length. And then I'm going to get some Centipede legs. These are white and tan. I'm gonna get maybe piece like about 2 inches, 2.5 inches, which I have right here. I'm going to secure this right here in the gap of the foam between the front part and the back part of the ant's body. I'm going to go around and do the same thing on the opposite side. Okay. So the next step, I'm going to get a you can get a black hackle, or I'm gonna get I like to do with a Grizzly hackle, but you can do you know, different color hackles. So this is a Grizzly. I'm gonna remove some of the fibers. I'm going to secure the stem of the hackle in that gap, like so, and I'm gonna palmer it to create the effect of the ant's legs. I'm going to lift it up, go over behind it and in front of it. I'm going to cut the stem, like so. I'm going to grab the back legs, cut them to length. I'm going to grab them together, cut them to length. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the front legs. I'm going to grab them together and cut them to length. I'm going to adjust the legs here. Then I'm going to grab my wide gap whip finisher. I'm going to whip finish the fly with a few thread wraps right behind the hackle that we just put in place. I can cut the thread off. And there you have it. A foam ant. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week.